Hey everybody, welcome back to LeftPawGaming. Today, we've got the final part of my Lost Judgment walkthrough. Last video, we entered the warehouse where RK was waiting for us while they're searching for Kawana. We're hoping to get to him first, so this video brings us to the very end. We got final boss fights against Soma, Kawana, we're going to tie the story up nicely, and I'm going to give my review at the very end, so make sure to stay tuned. Let's jump in. Defeat the RK members' main story. That's still, still our target.
Might take us straight down to the bottom.
Oh, okay,
good.
good.
And Soma are probably there too.
Is this really gonna be it? Seems like it.
Yeah.
Seems like it. Why else would we be prompted like that? Getting intense. Getting intense. Oh yeah, we're here. There's Soma. That sneaky fool.
Damn it. Why is this taking so long? Find Kawai's body and Kawana will show up. Faster you go, faster we get out of here. This air is unbearable.
Sir, do you think Kawana's still around? We already tore this place up. Couldn't he have bailed?
Well, he didn't get out with Kawai's body. No cars have gotten in or out of here since we showed up. Just find the body. We can deal with Kawana later.
Soma-san! Come check it out. Kawai's body. Sir, I think we found it.
Uh-oh.
Do you see? You can do anything if you put your mind to it.
But did they find it?
Yo, how we doing?
Sir, I'm the one who found him. We were just about to pull him out.
Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely him.
Ugh, he's so fucking nasty.
He's the one that started it all. He kicked
Good.
everything off.
Get this thing out of here. I've got a buyer ready to pay quite a premium. Good job, everybody.
Uh-oh. Ooh! Did he for real hit somebody with that pallet?
It's Kawana. You thought you could hide? Show yourself. Don't you want to try to negotiate?
You call this a negotiation? You don't bring a gun to a ceasefire.
Jesus.
Led us on a hell of a wild chase, Soma.
Shot one of his own guys.
Well then. How many mice do we have in the maze? One appears. The weakest dies first.
Oh, not this time, fool.
That fucking hurt! I'm gonna fucking kick this little wimp's ass!
You calling me a wimp, asshole?
Yeah.
Out of my fucking way!
Ooh. Walls are closing in, Soma. We're about to fight. Let me do it. There he
You made
is.
it out alive, Yagami.
So, is all this playing out exactly as you planned?
If we can catch this murderer here and put him in chains, then I'd say we're off to a good start.
That's hypocritical, isn't it? You say I'm a killer? What's your body count up to?
I'm just a former Japanese teacher. Sounds to me like you've got it all wrong.
Well, doesn't that figure? The only teacher I ever hated was in my high school Japanese class.
Soma. I don't know if I've ever met a more twisted piece of shit.
Ooh.
Undercover agent or whatever. You've crossed the line without giving a damn.
Undercover agent? My men don't need to hear this shit.
Sawa-sensei died at your hands. You deserve what's coming.
I'm afraid that's what you say when you have the upper hand.
Oh, damn. That's troublesome. Oh, no.
Guys, turn it on. Now it's time to give them hell.
Okay, they're going down!
For real?
Oh, yeah!
Why are you guys so excited all the time for this stuff? Okay.
Let's get this over.
And we gotta fight Soma with all this? That's trouble. Alright. It's very interesting to me that, you know, Shinya Kawai is really the person who is responsible for this entire game being made. Obviously, I know the developers, blah, blah, blah. But the story is entirely set off by Shinya Kawai. If he doesn't bully Mitsuru to the point where he attempts suicide, Kuwana never goes on this path that he's on. From that, he never gets to Ohara to kill Mikushida because of Toshiroku's death. So, it's very interesting that at the very last moment, we get Shinya. I have dusted these guys, by the way. For those of you just paying attention to the fighting and watching this on mute, you won't hear me saying this anyway, but I am kicking the hell out of these guys. Literally. I feel like it's been all feet. Dodging away from Soma when I can. Try to give him some and move. He caught me. We got the bleed effect on. We gotta give him some time. Oh, big dodges. That's right. Very good. Ooh. I definitely got my fight focus on. There are so many guys that kick the hell out of them. Seems like they're doing good though. Got a few hits on, now you can take these feet. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, double kick to the back. Oh, that would have been nasty.
Go, Talk!
Okay. I thought it was going to be a sweet Kuwana and Yagami fight against someone, but it looks like we get him one-on-one. He's going to try to knife us through this hole, man, I bet. I bet. Save points, some items. Let's make sure we're taken care of. I told you guys notice how much I have in the way of health. We have a few points. Can we put something on real quick? Yeah. Yeah, one new skill. Some snake health. I don't have enough for anything else. Well, that's it. You guys can see how many points I've put into everything. There we go. About to get knifed. Called it. Woo! I'd have been stabbed. Like, I would not have caught that.
Stick around, won't you? Behind you.
Why are you telling me? Look at that. Jesus. Let's get it. Look at that. That's a tan health bar. Good lord. Definitely gonna have to be strategic with this fight. We're rocking Crane most of the time. There we go. Give him the X action. Oh no. Oh, the pop-up! I'm so happy that I put the skill point into getting that. I don't even remember what, like, skill point it was. I went for so long before I would put points in, like in between times, that I'd make so many skill ups that I don't know what skills came from. Like what specific box gave me that pop-up action. Almost through his purple. Let's get him with this. This will take him down to blue. Ooh, and then some. It's already like a quarter or a third. Let's get some health. I don't like that my back's to him right now, but it's all good. Healed up. Come on now. We still got bleed going on, so.
Show me what
Oh, Jesus. Oh, nice recovery. I wish we had a lockout. Especially for characters like Soma, who could so easily get to your back with not only your quick movements, but their quick movements. Like if you miss each other or evade away. Come on now. There we go. We really got another purple health bar? Good lord. Soma had 2 extra health bars than usual. He had a tan, a purple, a blue, another purple coming up. Starting right now. Before we get down to the regular yellow and orange. Good lord. Stay back, we'll wait for him. Oh, he didn't charge us. Here it comes.
Let's do this.
There we go. Didn't get all of it, because he pulled an evasion maneuver there too. Oh, Jesus, that was a sweet double knife by him. Let's heal up. I don't think I have it. Oh my god! He like teleported across the screen! Hopefully that was just like a glitch. An unfortunate glitch for me. Because if that's a movement that he has, good lord. Like he's fast, but come on. I like that little move that he's been doing. He did it again. We evaded, but good lord did he move fast. Did it again.
Anything else up your sleeve?
Good lord, okay, that's not a glitch. That's the animation. Enjoy it. Look fine in your teeth. We've gone through a couple health bars too, it seems. Come on, don't lose it. Oh, don't block everything. I probably should have switched to Tiger before I did the EX. Could have had to pop up on him, but I moved instead. Come on, Soma. Close. He's starting to block now. I feel like he didn't block at all until the very end here.
Pay attention.
Very nice. Ooh. Oh, oh my god. What a kick. Too weak now, Soma.
Next time you open your eyes, you'll be alone without the darkness to protect you. Bondo, too. He'll abandon you to your fate. To hell with evil being necessary for order.
Don't do anything stupid, Kuwana.
Rest your miserable life.
All that's left to do is clean this shit up.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kuwana had tried to do something to Soma there, because Soma killed Sawa-sensei, and if he's killing bullies, killing somebody, one of his students for no reason, an innocent one, like Sawa, is understandable. But he didn't, so that shows that he's actually a good person.
You might want to stay away from that.
Doing incredibly terrible things.
Pull it out any further, and it'll set off the bomb I planted.
No, I called it. He had another bomb.
It could very well end up going off anyway. But that'll be up to me.
Oh.
Oh, what the fuck? I can't keep track of how many times this guy has changed sides.
As long as Kawai's body exists, Kusumoto-san will never be free. So I'll make sure it's never found again. You guys might want to consider stepping out.
Kuwana, you can't do it.
But I can. This was always going to be the backup plan anyway. If you guys hadn't made it down here, I would have blown up both the body and Soma all in one shot.
Called it.
But still, if Soma dies, I'll never get to the one pulling the strings. And Kusumoto-san will never be free of these goddamn shackles.
Kusumoto-san needs to turn herself in. If she keeps trying to hide from all this, she'll be haunted by her past wherever she goes. You'd rather she carry those sins for the rest of her life, and all by herself. Because after today, you won't be there to help anymore. You have to leave. You'll disappear. From here on out, you'll need to live deep in the shadows.
If she turns herself in, she'd never be able to see Mitsuru again. Her son is finally awake, after 13 years in a coma. Does tearing them apart sound like justice to you?
I want nothing more than for everyone involved to get a happy ending.
But it's still justice.
Still, if I turn my back on it now, Sawa-sensei's sacrifice becomes a footnote. That won't work. She can't say her piece without a voice. So if I don't raise mine for her, what justice prevails?
Fine. I'll just push the button.
Ah, come on.
Everyone in here can be blown to hell.
You really gonna do that?
No, he's not.
If you guys don't back off, then I
Wouldn't
will.
that be an ending? He just does
Do
it.
you know how many people
Game
I've
end.
killed through the years?
Nah. But if you were really that kind of scum, we wouldn't have come down here. You wouldn't be the kind of person worth saving. This one is my fight, guys.
The way I see this, Tak, you and Kuwana both have your reasons. Something to consider. But between the both of you, is there really a right answer?
Man, Kaito's been having... I guess it took him getting stabbed to really get out some good questions and thought process from him, other than just being a punch first, ask questions later kind of guy. Are we about to brawl? Oh yeah! Here we go. Another tan health bar. Oh boy. We got some new moves too, Kawana. Jesus. I feel like I had no time to react to that. Get him! Oh boy. Very nice. Just gotta keep moving, really. There we go. We're on to purple. Oh boy. Moving through purple pretty quick, too. We're taking some shots. We're taking some shots. Oh, here we go. Where you going? Oh boy. I thought that was going in his head. Oh boy. Nice. That's so cool. Now we're up top. Good lord. Alright. Oh. Definitely gonna need to heal up. Oh my god. Smack him first. Yeah. He rolled pretty quick. And the heal. Oh, Jesus. That was super fast. I feel like I didn't have... These last couple boss fights, man. These guys are moving. Move it. There we go. Almost to the second purple. Oh boy. Keep going. Oh, there we go. Swoop and smash. Oh boy. See how we crane up like that? Oh great. We're gonna need to heal again. Yep. X action. Throw him down. Head, knee, foot. Now we can heal. Unless there's another boss fight. I think we have plenty. Jesus. Maybe not. Don't start that thought unless you're sure. No, I was gonna say I think we have enough healing products. Unless there's another boss fight, then we might be cutting it close. We'll just have to pay attention. Big dodge. Big dodge. Swoop. Smash. Oh. Woo! Last health bar, how's it gonna go? Like this. Like, oh no. Gonna waste our EX gauge? Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna waste it, look, it's almost gone. Uh-oh. Boom. Oh no.
Let go.
Ooh. Oh! It was a nice rough landing from the jump like that. I'm glad that they didn't just show him landing perfectly. I win, Kuwana. Still fighting for his convictions.
I don't want Kusamoto-san. She shouldn't have to keep suffering.
It's all about her because of him failing her son.
We put too much value on it. All it does is crush us.
That's not true. It's because the truth was being hidden. That's what led to Sawa-sensei's death, isn't it? Set Kusamoto free. It's time for all this to end. I mean, you've gotta already know. When justice breaks, someone's always gonna find a way to redefine it to suit themselves. And from that point of view, everything you do feels justified. That's why you're able to look past the sacrifice and the damage you cause.
No. I didn't want this.
I get that. But who decides what's wrong? Who gets to decide what's right? That's not us.
Very true.
Sawa-sensei died because you made the choice for her, and you took her truth. Who does that really serve? Tell me who. Why would you want that? The truth is all we have. When the law can't be fair, the truth becomes our last ray of hope. So please, Sawa-sensei's truth, don't take that from her.
It's another one of your students, man. It's a lot to have pent up.
Kusamoto-san.
Kitakata-sensei!
I couldn't protect you. I couldn't even protect your secret.
Please lift up your
He's
eyes.
done a lot of repenting.
I saw that picture you posted of Kawai's dead face. I took a hard look. This was the man I killed. I saw the pain in his repulsive face. I saw the consequences of my actions. Sawa-san never should have been dragged into this. I saw how I betrayed and abandoned you too.
Kusamoto-san.
I've been frightened ever since. I was scared Mitsuru would find out the truth. I was worried he would discover his mother was a monster.
She's gonna turn herself in.
And for you as well, Sensei. You carried it for me. You clung to such a dark secret. I made you do this for so long. I never should have gone through with it. And I won't let you bear the burden of my mistake anymore. That's why I've decided. I'm going to turn myself in.
It's not a failure on you, man. I mean, he feels terrible, right? He let a student of his get bullied to the point of attempted suicide. So he was trying to do this for her because of his failure before. He just went down the wrong path, you know? if they never did what they did to
I
Kawhi,
have some bad news for you,
Mitsuru wakes
Mitsuru.
up,
Your mother
Kawhi,
won't be coming
Sawa,
home for a while.
everyone would still be alive.
It's not work. But I feel I should warn you. I'm going to be placing a burden on your shoulders. I'm so sorry. Mitsuru?
Please don't worry, Mom. If anything, I should be the one worrying about you.
Huh?
I could tell something was bothering you. You've been hiding a problem for a while, haven't you? I'm sure it's been hard. Especially considering what a burden I've been.
No. That's not it at all.
Don't worry, Mom. I more or less already know. In fact, let me tell you. I was doing physical therapy earlier, and I managed to take a few steps.
Nice.
For the first time in 13 years.
That's wonderful.
It didn't feel like much, really. But still, you know what the doctor said? That if I keep at it, I'll be able to stand on my own 2 feet. And then I'll be able to walk again pretty soon. When that time comes, I'll be there for you. It'll finally be my turn to support you.
Sounds like he has a better
Please
sense of
don't worry
purpose
about me, Mom.
after 13 years in a
I won't
coma.
hold you back. Go do whatever it is you have to do. I'll be waiting.
I'm sorry, Mitsuru. Thank you.
Hey, defeat Kawana. Bondo. How you gonna feel about this, buddy?
Enter.
I forget his name. But that's Mafayu.
I don't recall having an appointment with any prosecutors today.
Are you familiar with Kazuki Soma of RK?
Oh, yes.
Public security's inside man. He infiltrated the Kamurocho underworld on assignment. As you're aware, he got caught up in some illicit activity. You knew this, yet somehow his actions stayed off the record.
Whatever you're talking about, I have no idea, son.
I think you do.
Just so you know, Soma's been arrested by Kanagawa police. The investigation is ongoing. He's the prime suspect in the murder of Yoko Sawa in her Yokohama home. It's our suspicion that he was acting on the orders he received from you, and that would make you complicit in her death. You wanted to manipulate Reiko Kusamoto, and so you stooped to blackmail.
Let me guess why you're here. You want to put all of this out in the open?
If it means exposing the truth, certainly.
You want to burn down Japan? This is bigger than me. It could go all the way up the chain. People of power nationwide would be dragged into your scandal. And some of those people might even be the superiors cutting your paychecks.
Then there'll be new people
Yep.
cutting those.
But the bureaucracy isn't the monolith you think it is. The more political power you wield, the more enemies you have waiting in the shadows for the opportune moment to strike. We've met with them, and we have their full cooperation on this.
Boom.
As a result, Soa-san's security footage has been recovered. It had mysteriously gone missing when the
Look at that.
investigation was opened. Upon further review, Kazuki Soma is clearly visible in it. Who would have the authority to order that evidence to be locked away? That would be you, Bando-san.
For my part, I did the things I thought were necessary. I'm trying to maintain order. It's not hyperbole that I've saved us. My actions. So if you intend to drag me through the mud, I'll see you in court.
So we will. That said, we got this far because those detectives persevered. So I wouldn't expect the prosecution to drop the ball now.
Boom. Throwing it at him like that. That's what I'm talking about.
We only got this far because those detectives persevered? Oh, yeah? Wouldn't have expected that from Takano. Much less about Yagami.
Yes. But Mafuyu said she overheard it herself. He did really say it. In the meantime, Ehara-san has been charged for Mikoshiba's murder, and Reiko Kusamoto for Shinya Kawai's death too. Both of them are fully cooperating with the investigation.
Well, I suppose that ties everything up with a bow. Except for Kawana.
Yes. Kawana's still missing. He's the last of the loose ends.
So he is.
You think he's still out there? Would he risk his life to keep hunting down and killing bullies?
Maybe.
Well,
or he'll do something
I have
different.
my doubts about that. Yagami-san believes he can turn over a new leaf.
Yeah. Not be the killer explicitly himself.
Some things never really change, do they? This place is still filthy.
Nice.
Squeaky and clean isn't gonna work for everyone.
That's all a matter of taste. I'd say this place just has flavor.
You brought some snacks?
Yeah. We stopped at the convenience store around the corner on the way here.
Come on, Doc. It ought to be you treating the boys. Bring in some sushi to show them how generous you are.
Oh, should I now? Well, I'm already way ahead of you.
Yo! Did someone order some sushi? Only the best for you guys. Courtesy of Yagami Detective Agency.
So?
Boom.
Good shit, man. You are a true gentleman.
Of course he is.
Hey, what the fuck? There's avocado on this shit. Where the hell did you get this from?
Aniki, if you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. In fact, that just leaves more for me.
Nice.
Then I can chew umi and salmon roll.
Hey, save me the tamago. Long as I got my egg, I'm good.
Who goes for the egg?
I'll leave Kawai's body with you. The cops can have him. But then I'm out. I gotta disappear for a while. I'll fade back into the shadows.
Like hell, man.
If he's arrested, public security would have his head. They'd charge him with the one murder he didn't commit. Sawa-sensei wouldn't get the justice she deserves. And worse, they'd find a way to silence him.
So we gotta let him go.
Besides,
Wow.
you
What a
don't have any
turn.
proof that I'm even guilty. Anything they could charge me for would never stick.
Just what are you getting at? You said yourself that you spent the last several years taking out bullies all over the country. That's gotta count for something.
I never left a single shred of evidence behind. So good luck. The cops and the prosecution would have nothing to go on.
Yeah, because he's not gonna
In a
confess
legal sense,
to them.
all you guys can really do is stand there and watch me walk out of here. The law has never been very good about being flexible. The whole system is hollow. It can't judge who needs to be judged. It can't save who needs to be saved. I'll expose that. Every action I take serves that goal. As long as kids like Mitsuru continue to suffer out there, I'll do it for them. Even if it means I have to keep my hands dirty, I don't care.
Guess it's one way to solidify the system. Just keep poking holes from the outside.
You're right about one thing. The law is hollow. As it stands now, the system does fail people. All the same, the law evolves. We have to make it better. But it takes time, and the work is never done. That's why. That's why as long as the law lets people fall through the cracks, I'm gonna be there. Except, I won't do it anything like you.
Two different methods. One little more worrisome than the other.
We already know you're the one who snitched. You didn't think we'd find
See, are
out.
you high fools
Come
again?
on, don't you have anything to say? Huh?
More bullies.
You owe us an answer, don't you?
I'm sorry. And there it is. I knew you were lying all along. You are a lying piece of shit, huh? What do you have to say for yourself?
Jesus.
You think your apologies are gonna cut it? You're in deep shit, girl, and that's not how this fucking works.
So look over here real quick. Say, I'm a bitch and a liar for the camera.
Do it, or it's gonna get a lot worse.
Wow, isn't this gross? What are they doing to that poor girl?
3 against 1?
Uh-oh,
That's so
the Yagami
fucking
trick.
weak.
Pretty fucked up to gang up on her like that.
From the original
Who said
bullies.
that?
Shit. Hey, come on, move it.
You don't have to. You've got no reason to go with these guys.
What the hell? Mind your own
Was
business,
that-
assholes.
Do you really think we're the ones being assholes?
Yeah, that's pretty rude.
You guys gotta learn when it's time to give it a rest.
Who the hell are you guys?
A little cheesy, but nice
Hey,
to see the
you
message
three,
getting passed
You need
forward.
to leave. And stay away from that girl.
Terrible kids. I'm so glad someone finally stood up for that young lady.
I know. Aren't those Serio High students?
Hey, let's just go. Come on.
It is Coda. Why is she with them?
Are you okay?
You know, I guess it makes sense why she's with
No,
them.
don't be.
They're all on the basketball club.
I'm sorry. Really. I just wish I had seen what was happening earlier. You'll be fine.
It's at least showing that Yagami's method worked. Right? Giving a voice to the seemingly voiceless. And getting other people to help out with that. Cute little bow.
So to our breaking news. After an anonymous report, the Tokyo Metropolitan Police have announced the discovery of 5 murder victims. Found in areas across the country, all 5 victims have evidently been deceased for several years. According to the anonymous tip, the common thread between these victims is that they were all at one time accused of malicious school bullying. The police are working
Kawana
quickly
tipped it
to
off.
identify them, and an investigation task force is being launched immediately. This task force's first challenge will be to secure the cooperation of law enforcement across all of the prefectures involved.
That's how he turns over the new leaf. He gives up everything he did in the past to forge a new path. That's awesome. Oh, and we get the credits while they're eating their sushi. How nice. Since the credits are rolling, everybody knows this is when we do a little game review, right? We're going to talk about the world, the gameplay, the story, the combat, and the replayability. So let's talk about the world. The world's pretty full, right? A couple of maps that we get to walk through in Jincho and Kamurocho. The graphics, in my mind, are pretty solid. The lore has some really good depth. Like, I like that pretty much every mission had a lot of exposition to it, although I also dislike that at the same time. And the size was okay. Like, everything was kind of, very tight-knit. It's an investigation. So, like, we go here, we talk about this. We go back here, we talk about this. Like, it's cool. It's a nice world. It looks very lived in. It looks very, like, realistic. So I'm very happy with that. The gameplay. Mission style is a lot of, like, okay, we're going to go here. We're going to have this fight. Tons of exposition. Now we're going to go here. We're going to have this fight. Tons of exposition. Now, that doesn't mean that there isn't more of a plethora of gameplay style throughout the game, because remember, we just played the main story with a couple random side missions, but they all ended up the same way. Beat the hell out of these guys, it looks like Tekken, like it's amazing, but it is what it is. Doesn't mean it's not a good game. There are a lot of hidden goodies, like upgrading your fight styles and skill sets and everything like that, so a lot of room to explore. And again, I only did 11% of the whole game, which is wild to me. Story, super believable, tons of emotional appeal and depth. Like, me having a son, I said it so many times throughout the course of this story, like, I'm nervous about bullying in school. Like, that's something that's real in our world. Like, it's tangible, and maybe a story like this could actually be going down somewhere in the world right now, and we don't really know about it because it hasn't been cracked open. As they're playing rock, paper, scissors for some sushi. That's awesome. But I thought the story was amazing. I would love to play more of this games. I'm gonna go back and play Judgment now, backwards, because, that's what we're doing here. Combat. Learning curve, pretty low. There's a great deal of like depth that can be opened up just by you unlocking the skills. But combat was super straightforward. I loved how it all looked. I loved that it reminded me of Tekken, and that's really what hooked me to it. And then the story got a lot more engrossing as well. So it's like, okay, everything's just firing off here. And finally, replayability. All the stuff for side cases and everything that you can do just make this game pretty replayable, in my opinion. There's not a lot that will change. I don't see, or I haven't looked up anything to see like the different endings, if there are any. Oh, look, a cat jumped on the window. But it doesn't... Replayability from a story standpoint, I don't think there's a lot there, but to do everything in the game, that gives it some replayability, especially like if you just want to hold on to the main story like I did. This was one of those games that is like, I played it, and not only did I stick to the main story because that's what I'm doing for you guys on YouTube here, but I stuck to the main story because I really wanted to know how the hell it turned out. So, I didn't have a pull like some of the other games I played, like Ghost of Tsushima. I wanted to do everything all at once. I didn't have that with this because the story was so engrossing. It kept me going that way. So, all in all, I would give this game a cool rating. Remember, Ultimate is the best, Ultimate, superior, cool. And I say that it's cool because it's just like a one-time playthrough. Like, the story was engaging enough, but like, it was good enough for me to want to do that. I don't have a draw to do all the side missions, although a buddy of mine keeps saying that everything in the Yakuza series is just gold and minted and I need to do everything. Maybe that would change my my rating of it, but right now, this is a very cool game. I love the story. The combat and like the mission style is very repetitive, and that's why I wouldn't give it a superior rating, but it's a very cool game. It's something that I would recommend a lot of people to play. If this is the only video that you watch of mine for this video is my rating and review, please go play this game. The story is amazing and engrossing, and you'll probably get caught up in the side missions anyway, just because there's a lot of fun that this game offers. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for being a part of this playthrough, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. So, let's just watch the rest of the credits to see what else is going on. It looks like Kaito and Higashi are going for the last sashimi or sushi roll here, so let's... I'll let you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you when we close it out. お前らのせいだお前らのせいだあの記憶 Alright guys, there it is. Lost Judgment. We beat the game. We found out what happens at the end. Holy cow, what a wild ride that was. You also got my review of the game, where I talked about the world, the gameplay, the story, the combat, the replayability, and gave my final rating at the end of it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of the game, if you stuck through for the entire playthrough, or if you're just jumping in now. Ask questions. I'd love to see a great debate about this game, or your recommendation of another game that I should play. Probably something in the Yakuza series if you're watching this one at all. But, man, that's it. I can't wait for the next series to get started. As usual, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you guys in the next video.